shooting a follow-up to video I shot last week about how to save some how to save some money on your taxes using the book, Robert Kiyosaki's book, 2019 Rich Dad's Tax Guide, 901 Loopholes. This is not found in stores, so pay attention, listen up, and if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you another bonus freebie of my own I've used for many years as well. But if you haven't already subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to this video. I know you may forget, you may not care, but I encourage you to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, click the bell for notification. I'm going to give you some more great guidance on real value, real tips I use each and every day on how to save some money, earn some more money, and earn passive income. All right, first of all, a lot of people talk about donating to charity, giving to charity. It's great, and it's a great idea, giving back to help other people or less fortunate, or even just giving them your time to go, and it makes you feel better when you're helping somebody out and give them an extra leg up, whether you're doing it directly or helping an organization do it for that's helping a greater cause, helping the poor, or helping out with a church donation, or helping out with a church charitable fundraiser or something like that. All these apply. And a lot of times some of the mileage you use can be deductible as well. So if you itemize on your federal tax return, you can use some of that to write off on your taxes. Also, if you volunteer for a qualified organization, a qualified charitable organization, you can use some of that to write off as well. So please pay attention. The basic test, you've got to make sure that it is you're giving to a qualified organization. There's a lot of fake charities out there, so make sure you're picking out the right organization. Even though they may say they're a charity, make sure they have a 501c3, or it could be a church. More than likely, or they are qualified to be a volunteer organization. Secondly, if you're driving, you can deduct some of the mileage. Currently, you can deduct 14 cents per mile on a qualified organization. You write off those miles, 14 cents per mile. Make sure you keep good records. I'm going to drop a link below, Mile IQ. I use it myself. It's a great way to, it'll show the mileage from where you went to and from. You've just got to be able to determine if it's a personal drive or a business oriented or a charitable drive. You can slide the little trip either left or right, showing if it's a charity or if you use it for personal use. I think it's a great way to do it. Easy to keep track of. Just got to do it often. You got to follow up on that site often. Check at the end of the day. You can determine if it was a personal trip or it was a business trip or a charitable trip, because all three things are different. So you got to do it very often, because if you forget, you will forget what that trip was for. So make sure you do that repeatedly. But I'm going to drop the link below. I encourage you to sign up for that. It's not going to cost you very much. It's very cheap, very good to use as well. And you can write that off. That's another little freebie I gave you right there. Okay, but you cannot deduct the time you put in for doing a charitable trip, but you can do it for the trip itself. You can write off the mileage you're going to and from your house or wherever you're going to reach that charitable organization. To verify if the organization is a charity, go to charitycheck101.org, charitycheck101.org to verify it is truly a charitable organization. All right, the second one, also related on a similar line, the volunteer expenses you use on the trip can be written off, more than likely. You could be going out to helping out with the say Habitat for Humanities. That's a recognized charitable organization. But say you want to buy some supplies that you need, because all the supplies may not be needed to help build that house, to paint that house. So you might have to go buy some supplies on your own. Some of that cost could be deductible. Just keep the receipt. Work with your tax accountant, or just go and upload it yourself on the TurboTax or whatever system you may use, because some of that information may be deductible as well. Also, make sure it's a 501c3, as I mentioned earlier. Verify that site I mentioned earlier, a little while ago. And that's the two tips I've covered in this book here. And now for my freebie, if you're still waiting on the freebie, if you have a home office, a lot of supplies used for that home office can be deductible. Say you need to buy a new computer, say you need to buy paper for that computer or the printer you have, even the printer could be written off as well. Say you need to buy a new chair for your home office, a new desk for your home office, all of that can be written off as well. But make sure you verify all this with your accountant. Verify with the IRS, because I don't want you to get audited. You know, I'm like I said, I'm not a tax accountant. Never taken a tax class, but I've done a lot of research, a lot of my homework. So make sure you verify all the information, because a lot of this you can write off and you'd save a little bit more money on your taxes and be a steward to the government. You can doing the right thing by creating your business, growing your business, because you're only going to help out yourself and helping out the government as well, because you're giving back to the government directly as well as indirectly. But okay, that's all I want to cover today. Really short, right to the point today. But make sure you like this video, subscribe if you already haven't, and click the bell for notification, because next week I'm going to bring you another great video about passive income. All right, take care. I'll see you again soon.